Game on! Eala faces tough test against Tereza Valentová in Japan Open Showdown. Tennis fire. The morning light of Tokyo glistened like gold upon the polished courts of Ariake Coliseum. A crisp October breeze rolled over the nets, carried with the soft echo of bouncing tennis balls, a sound that for players is both music and battle cry. At the far end of Court 3, Eala, the pride of the Philippines, was deep in warm-up. Her strokes cut through the silence with precision, each forehand a whisper of power, each backhand a promise. Her eyes burned with focus, and her movements were smooth but deadly, like a dancer in the middle of a war dance. Across the net loomed her next challenge, Tereza Valentová, the Czech prodigy known for her ruthless power and unflinching confidence. She stood tall, her racket spinning in her hand, eyes narrowed on her Filipino opponent. Tokyo, that morning, felt electric. The Japan Women's Open Round of 32 had found its headline match, Eala versus Valentová, a duel between two of the most talked-about young stars in women's tennis. And both knew only one would survive to fight another day, the journey that forged the fighter Philippines. For Eala, getting to this moment was never about shortcuts. Her rise in tennis had been forged in the fires of sacrifice and resilience. Born in Manila, she grew up chasing tennis balls under the tropical sun, often on worn-out courts that echoed with the sound of ambition. Her parents saw her potential early, and with their support, she left home as a teenager to train at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain. It was there that she learned not just technique, but discipline, the kind that defines champions. Under the shadow of Nadal's relentless work ethic, Alex built herself from the ground up. There were days she cried from exhaustion, days she questioned if the dream was worth it. But every morning, she got up again, lacing her shoes, gripping her racket, and whispering to herself, "For my family, for my country, for the dream." Now, years later, that dream had brought her here, Japan, a land of tradition and quiet strength, ready to test that the Filipino warrior spirit could conquer yet another mountain. The Czech challenged Czechia. Tereza Valentová wasn't just any opponent. At 18, she had already carved a reputation as one of the fiercest competitors in European tennis. Her serves thundered past 180 kilometers per hour, and her forehand had the velocity of a lightning bolt. Analysts called her the pride powerhouse. While Alex was known for her tactical play, mixing speed, spin, and intelligence, Tereza embodied pure aggression. She played on instinct and intimidation, forcing her opponents into panic. But beneath her icy demeanor was a girl who had fought her own battles, endless drills in Czech winters, countless hours perfecting the serve that would one day define her. This wasn't just another match. It was a collision of philosophies. Heart versus hammer, mind versus muscle, Filipino grit versus Czech precision. Match day madness tennis. By noon, the stands were packed. Fans from both nations waved their flags, chanting names, cheering, and holding up banners that read, "Laban Alex, Philippines go to Tereza, Czechia." The umpire's voice echoed, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is a round of 32 match between Eala of the Philippines and Tereza Valentová of the Czech Republic." Eala to serve. The stadium fell silent. Alex bounced the ball thrice. Her eyes locked on the far corner. A deep breath. She tossed the ball and struck. Clean, fluid, powerful. The sound, thwack, echoed like a heartbeat. The match had begun. The battle begins cross swords. Set one started in chaos and fire. Valentova's serves roared through the court, and her early aggression earned her 2 quick games. Alex, unshaken, adjusted her rhythm, slicing returns and redirecting pace. At 2-3 down, Eala produced her first moment of magic, a 21-shot rally that ended with a drop shot so delicate it kissed the net and fell dead. The crowd gasped. Even Valentová smiled in grudging respect. From there, momentum shifted. Alex broke serve at 4-4, then held to close the set 6-4. Her signature fist pump came alive, not flamboyant, just firm, confident, full of pride. In the stands, Filipino fans exploded with joy. "Mabuhay Alex!" they cried, their voices echoing through the Tokyo air. But Valentová was not done, not by a long shot. The storm strikes tornado. The Czech player came back with fury. In set 2, Tereza unleashed her full arsenal. Monstrous forehands, deep returns, and a few fearless net rushes that left Alex scrambling. Eala's defense held strong, but the relentless pace started to wear her down. A few unforced errors crept in, and suddenly, the scoreboard flashed 3-6. 1 set all. Game on. As the players walked to their benches, the energy in the arena was electric, half cheering for power, half for precision. Alex wiped sweat from her brow, looked at her coach, and nodded. She wasn't afraid. She was alive. "Let's go," she mouthed. "This is where it begins." The decider fire. The final set began under high tension. Every serve, every rally, every breath felt heavy. At 2-2, a crucial rally unfolded. Both players running corner to corner, exchanging blistering ground strokes. Alex found an opening and unleashed a topspin forehand that clipped the line. The crowd erupted. Then came a turning point. Down 3-4, Alex faced break point. Valentová pounded a forehand deep, but Alex lunged, sliding across the court, and sent a looping lob that barely cleared the Czech's reach. The ball dropped in. Valentová looked skyward in disbelief. That one shot, improvised, instinctive, perfect, broke her rhythm. Alex followed up with 2 strong holds, and finally, at 5-4, she stepped up to serve for the match. Her pulse raced. Her mind went silent. First serve, ace. Second point, forehand winner. Third, rally drop shot, passing shot. 40-0. Match point. Alex tossed the ball one final time. The serve landed deep. Valentova's return floated long. Game. Set. Match. Eala 6-4. 3-6, 6-4. Emotion and euphoria cherry blossom. The crowd rose to its feet. Filipino flags waved. Japanese fans clapped in admiration. Alex fell to her knees, overwhelmed, eyes on the future shooting star. The Japan Open would go on, and new battles would come. Her next opponent, a top seed, a hometown favorite, would test her again, but Alex was ready. As she left the arena that night, the Tokyo skyline glimmered like a constellation of dreams. The air was cool, the city alive, and her heart full. She whispered to herself as she walked, "This is just the beginning." And perhaps, in that moment, even the wind paused, as if it knew that the young Filipino walking through Tokyo's neon streets was not just chasing greatness. She was becoming it. Epilogue, the legacy in motion hibiscus. For the Philippines, Alex Eala was more than an athlete. She was a symbol, a living testament that perseverance can overcome barriers, that dreams nurtured with love can flourish anywhere in the world. The world of tennis was watching, and it saw in her not just potential, but destiny. Every swing she took, every drop of sweat she shed, carried with it the pride of millions. From Manila's cracked courts to Tokyo's grand arenas, the journey of Alex Eala was a story of faith, fire, and fearless ambition. And as long as she keeps playing, the world will keep believing. Because somewhere in the rhythm of her racket lies the heartbeat of a nation. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.